Okay, so we're making that back belt loop smaller. She's already got it taken off. Just tell us how you took it off.
Well, I take the stitches out of here. If you can't see them, go to the back side and take the stitches out here because you can see them. And just take enough so you can take the belt loop out.
Okay, wait here, you lost me. You had to come up through here?
No, you can see the stitches going across here.
Oh, that was for the bottom.
Yeah, this is the bottom and this is the top.
Oh, so you actually had to take that. Okay, so you had to take this this out here like this. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you had to do that on the bottom too, because that goes under the white part there, and it's sewn with this here. It's sewn along with that seam there. Okay, so this part here is actually off too.
Yeah.
Okay.
The front and the back like this.
Yeah, okay.
This goes in here.
So now she'll basically take that one and just make it smaller.
Yeah, and if you see on the back side, there's stitching in here. You just take the stitching out with the seam ripper and then just cut it and make it smaller. And if you never did anything like this, I don't know if you're going to be able to tackle it.
Well, that's why we're doing the video. Show them how to do it. That's the whole idea.
And they really have it sewed really good.
Not something you'd want to sew by hand, right? You'd more or less have to have a sewing machine.
Yeah, it's hard enough getting it apart, let alone putting it back together.
Okay, so she's got it taken apart now. So you use that same piece of material to make the smaller belt loop.
Yeah, all it is a piece of square material.
So show us how you make the belt loop now.
So take a scissors and just cut it and make it half that size. I don't know, I'm just guessing at it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. Here, I'll get you a pair of suspenders and you can see how big it is. Okay, so it has to fit between here. So she's just guessing at
So
it.
I'm just guessing. I cut it off both sides, fold it in the same way they did it. And it just has to go in between these two things.
Okay,
About a half an inch wide.
and then show us how you sew it. Okay, so now she's going to sew the belt loop. You just fold over the material. Don't sew your fingers.
Come on.
Getting stuck. Okay. For most people with sewing machines, that's a pretty easy thing to do. So that's no big deal. If you don't have a sewing machine, just find a person in your area that does alterations, and tell them to watch this video. Tell them this is what you want done. Right?
Yeah. Okay, I guess that'll fit in there.
And then she'll just sew it back on the back here.
It fits in there, don't it?
In case she wants to check it here.
Okay.
Okay. The part that's raveling, she wants that on the inside. That's all she's saying. It doesn't really matter.
Because once you get it sewed, you don't have to take it out again.
And she's using just a straight line here.
Yeah, they had white thread on one side and black on the other, but we don't care.
Yeah, I would say ironing it flat would make it a lot easier, because then it wouldn't be flopping around.
Yeah, every time I make something, I do it my own way.
We're just slopping through this, it doesn't matter.
This makes it really slick too.
Okay, so that's all there is to it. She'll probably go over it a couple more times just to strengthen it up, but I think you get the idea of how to make that belt loop smaller so the suspenders fit. Okay. So she's taken out that metal clip in the front. She doesn't want to just rip it out. So she's opening up the back, see if she can get it out without ripping the pants.
I guess you gotta have a pliers and a screwdriver to get it out. You have to open it up because on the back of that, there's a clip on the back.
Yeah, so you can't just rip it off. Use the screwdriver because you'll break that.
You think? It won't go under it. You may have to get a pointed knife or something to get in there.
Yeah, she's being real delicate. See, I'm just kind of ripping it out.
Well, once you bend those prongs, you can pull it off.
Okay, it doesn't really matter if you destroy it because she's gonna put a buttonhole here. But
Yeah,
she
but
was
if you
just
make a
trying to be
hole,
nice.
trying to get it off, the button ain't gonna stay on.
Yeah. That's how to get that one out. It's just that little two-piece thing. So you can't just pull that out because it's got that backing on it.
Yeah.
So now she's going to do the same thing to the other part. It's probably the same type of deal. It's probably got a backing on it.
And they really sew these pants up good, so you can't open them up. And of course, when you get done, you gotta sew it back up again. Oh, this is the hard one. Well, how about this thing? You can't get under there. I use the knife, but then you gotta be careful you don't stab yourself with it while you're trying to fix it.
Okay, just hold it down there, stick the screwdriver under it and turn it, and it pops right out. Okay, piece of cake. Once you figure out how to do it. Okay, she's just sewing the two flaps down before she puts the button on and makes the buttonhole. These are fun jobs in the winter. When it's hot and humid, it ain't no fun. Right, Ma?
I don't know. I'm not hot yet.
No?
I'm barely moving. I don't know why it's tangling up in there.
Okay, so next she'll sew the button on and make a buttonhole. Okay, so she lined them up and she's marking where the button's gonna go. And the buttonhole, or no, that's where the button goes. The buttonhole goes on the front.
Button goes back there.
Yeah. Okay, she's setting up the sewing machine to make the buttonhole. She's got this big box of different attachments, and she's got it all set up. So you don't have to go through the
Yeah, they said you take
details,
this one out and you put this one in here.
yeah.
Then you pick out the size.
If they have a sewing machine, they'll just have to figure out how to
Yeah.
do it.
And then you pick out the thing here that fits the size button. It has a whole bunch of them in here.
Oh, so each one is for a different size button?
Yeah, you sort of match it up with the hole
Oh,
on
okay.
the back side of it. Then you line it up as far back this way as you can and screw this thing in. Anybody has a sewing machine that has attachments,
Yeah, they just
they've
have,
got the instructions.
right.
If
So-
they don't, you're going to have to sew it all by hand.
So all that just for one buttonhole, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do the buttonhole. She's already got it set up, but we're going to read through the directions. Remove the regular cover plate and insert buttonhole cover plate. So that's just this guy. It's got this little screw on top because these plates ride around there, and that's how it makes the hole. Select the desired template and snap into guide plate. So these are the templates. She's got a whole box of them. She already picked the one out and she put it in here. It's in the bottom, right?
Yeah, it's right here.
Screw guide pin into guide pin hole on machine bed. So that's this guy back here.
Yeah.
That's this guy back here. Pull guide plate forward so that the guide pin is at S. Oh, there's the S right
Yeah.
there at the top. Drop guide plate into plate. Drop guide plate into place with template fitting over the pinion gear. So that has to go on top of that.
Yeah, but I gotta get the thread up through here.
See, she's got to get the thread through that hole there. That's the thread from the bobbin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the next one. Pick up bobbin thread through guide plate and draw threads toward back. Place material on guide plate. Drop presser foot and start sewing. Hints for perfect buttonholes. Loosely woven fabrics and fabrics that stretch easily, such as jerseys, should have an interfacing of a firm fabric. Use cambric or taffeta between woolens and rayons, or and rayons organdy or lawn between lightweight and sheer fabrics. Refer to needle and thread table in your instruction book. Further instructions can be found in your instruction manual. Okay. Piece of cake.
Yeah, but it ain't
Why ain't
working.
you done yet?
It's not working. Don't ask me why it ain't working.
Okay, so when it starts, it'll start here and come down here and then loop around back here like that
Mm-hmm.
by itself.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Okay. Let's give it a try here. Come on. Nope. Well, I pushed it down and up. It sewed it, but I pushed it through. I just got one thread.
Oh, no thread on the back.
Well, it sewed it. Okay, so on the bottom of this guy here, there's all kind of stuff down here. So when this moves, that little guy goes around. And this here is supposed to make this move here. So what we're thinking is that's not working. So let's see if that works. Yeah, it works. So it's working fine, but for some reason the thread keeps getting jammed up. And that's, we don't know why. And then this goes in here. That round thing goes in here.
All the time we spent trying to make it work, we could have sewed it by hand. There's just so straight ones on there and cut it in the middle.
Well, it's nice to learn for me too. I always wondered how it worked. And then that gear falls on top of there. It doesn't matter where it starts. I guess it should be at the top, right?
Yeah, that's why they said put it in that little hole, then screw it in, and then pull it toward you as far as it'll go.
Okay, that's why it has to be up there by the S. So you know it's at the top. But one of the strings is down way over here now. That's actually the top string. Okay, there's the bottom string. Top of the pants. Okay. See, those teeth aren't moving it, so it jams up.
But the teeth aren't supposed to move it.
What moves the pants?
Well, they can't, it doesn't go down there far enough for that. I guess you just hold it there and it follows the... Yeah, because that wouldn't come up there anyway. Let's see, it's going without nothing in it. I don't understand why it ain't working.
No, I think I understand what to do now. Now that I see what it's doing.
It's going to take you 2 hours to edit this thing.
So you let this thing move the pants.
Well, yeah, well,
So
more or less.
that's got to be down on there like that. Okay, we have to get this back somehow. How do we get this back down there?
Pick it up. Pick up the end.
Okay, so this, the pants have to be anchored to this thing here. So you just put this on here like this and hold the material to the plate. And let the plate move the pants. Just hold this down like this. thread.
Yeah.
Broke the thread. It plate. Okay, is the red thing on?
Okay, it's on.
Okay, so just hold the pants onto the plate and the plate will move.
Just up to the edge, it'll back up. Well, it went around once, and it.
Yeah. I think that was too tight, and that's what kept breaking the thread.
Well, the bobbin thread thing screw might be a little too tight, but I'm afraid to make it too loose because then it'll fall out.
So once is enough?
Yeah, then what you do is you try to cut it right in the middle. That's fun.
Okay, let's do it one more time for the hell of it. This is fun.
You probably have to get a razor blade to cut the middle of it. That material is real thick. It ain't like making a normal buttonhole.
Okay, so we think it went around once, but we're just going to go around it again. So hold the pants to the plate, but you can't hold it too tight because the plate has to move. So.
It's gonna go off the edge, isn't it?
I don't know, I think it would have been better just to make a couple of straight stitches and then go back and forth this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still got.
It's kind of hard to work on this dark material. So I'm pretty sure I got at least one time around. And then we just cut it like this. Must not be a new blade.
No, it's not a new blade. We've been cutting cardboard with it.
Success.
Don't cut too far out here.
Okay.
Your button won't stay in there.
And then she'll probably just go around it with the regular stitch, just to be safe. Right?
Yeah.
That's what you should have done in the first place.
You're kidding.
Okay, so she went ahead and sewed that button on there. There's no mystery. Do it by hand, and then wrap some thread behind it. Sew it on by hand, and then wrap some thread behind it so it sticks up a little bit. And that way you can button it a lot easier. And put a lot of thread on it so it's strong. If you do it by the machine, she'll fit real tight to the material and you'll never be able to button it. Okay?
Yeah, I doubled the thread in the needle, and that made it
See how that stands up a little bit there?
4 thicknesses.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for doing the pants.
I don't want any more.
These are a lot firmer than the other pants that I showed you. This material is a lot harder. So that's why she had a hard time with this pair. Okay, see ya.